Hello viewers, welcome to a new topic with Miss Zoology. On the screen you can see two famous celebrities. The left one being none other than the great Khali. He is a popular WWE legend, famous also for his huge gigantic body. On the other side you can see the GOT star Tyrion Lannister. He's just 4 feet 5 inches even at the age of 54. Yet we see both of them sharing the same frame. What can be the reason? It is because both of them suffer from a disorder of a particular hormone. It is the growth hormone which caused acromegaly in great Khali due to the oversecretion of growth hormone from pituitary, while Tyrion is a dwarf because of the undersecretion of growth hormone. Now let's see where are these hormones secreted from and what kind of effects are seen by the functioning of the organ system. Let me introduce you to the endocrine system. Endocrine system consists of several glands and glandular cells which bring about an overall common function of chemical coordination in the body. Almost all endocrine glands act in a coordinated manner. They activate each other and also work as a unified system of organs called endocrine system. Here we do see image of different endocrine glands starting from the head itself. Across the brain, we see three of the endocrine glands shown: the pituitary, the hypothalamus, and the pineal. Below this, in the neck, there is the thyroid gland, which is a bilobed butterfly-shaped gland. Then it is the thymus, located in the chest, just above the heart. Coming to the GI tract, between the stomach and the duodenum, there is the pancreas. Next we have, above the kidneys, fitted like caps, is the adrenal gland. Then we have two different glands specific to different sexes: the ovaries in the female and the testis in the males. Let us look deeper into how these endocrine glands look like and how do they pour their secretions. Here you can see the image of an endocrine gland. The glandular cells with the arrows indicating towards the blood vessel ensures that they pour their hormonal secretion directly into the blood. Neither do these glands have any kind of ducts present on them. Thus, they are called ductless glands and the secretions are called hormones, which are otherwise called as chemical messengers. Towards the right, you can see the other category of glands called exocrine glands. These exocrine glands in the structure do possess a tubular duct. This duct is the passage through which the secretions are poured out into the place where they need to show their action. Here, if we have to name a exocrine gland, the liver is an exocrine gland, which is also the largest gland in the human body. These glands are ducted and the secretions are called enzymes. Now I'll introduce you to the different varieties of hormones by their nature. This is one way of classifying the hormones. Among the hormones, we can have amines by their structure. Usually, this is like insulin is an amine. We can have proteins by structure, which is there in the adrenalins. And then the next category is that of the steroids, as seen in the testosterone hormone. It is for the steroids, they are not soluble in water or directly in the plasma of the blood. They are lipid soluble or soluble in the cholesterol. Comes to the amines and the protein categories, they are water soluble hormones, thus they work through the blood plasma. We have other ways of classifying the hormones as well, according to what kind of function they perform. One category is that of the serotonin, that builds happiness as an effect in the body. This is called the happiness hormone. The next is oxytocin, which is either called the love or the affection hormone. Dopamine is a third one, which leads to creativity like action in the body to get pronounced. Next is melatonin, that leads to sleep movements in the body, and the last being the endorphins, which act as painkillers. Now let me take you to different glands to show how they show their actions in the body. Among these endocrine glands, I've tried to show you the thyroid gland, the pancreas, which is a mixed gland having both the endocrine as well as the exocrine part. And then we have the adrenal, which is absolutely endocrine. For the endocrine part of these glands, they will always pour their secretions directly into the bloodstream, and where they reach as their target cells, it will change the kind of functioning in the cell, bringing about certain regulations in the body. What are these regulations that they assist? One is like cellular metabolism. Another can be growth and development of the body. Next can be the reproductive functions in the body, or it can be certain metabolic functioning like the maintenance of the blood sugar level. There are many more functions that we will come across when we study each of the glands in further detail. This next image is about the overall function of the endocrine system. Each of these endocrine glands who secrete hormone and release it directly into the bloodstream, it flows to the target cell and then it tries to establish homeostasis, a home-like atmosphere congenial and normal to the individual. But on the other hand, when the secretion is not in a normal rate, either more or less, otherwise known as hypersecretion when it is more or hyposecretion when it is less. Under both these conditions, it leads to disorders, either deficiency or it will be with the exaggerated action. Do we have any other kind of control in the body other than the chemical control through hormones? Control and coordination in our body is at two levels. One that this chapter deals with is the endocrine or the chemical control, which is brought about by hormones or the secretory cells, which is poured directly into the blood plasma, the actions being slow but long-termed. This moves via the target organs to produce a widespread effect. On the other hand, we have neurons with the nervous system which sends electrical impulses to the different parts where it needs to produce a response via the nerve fibers who come into a synapse to deliver the messages from one to the other and thus produce a fast effect. But these effects are short-termed and localized. Here, this was just an introductory session for the endocrine glands and the endocrine system. Further, I will come up with details for each of the endocrine gland with their structure and function. If you have any queries or any doubts, you can always leave them in the comment box. In case you have preference for any of these glands to be done next, you can always put them in the comment box. I will be happy enough to keep that order. Now I need to thank all my viewers and subscribers. More than that, please do like my video, share it with your friends and subscribe to my channel. In case you still haven't subscribed, please do subscribe because it gives me encouragement and motivation to come up with similar videos in near future. Thank you. Happy watching.